Hola amiguis, ¿qué pasó? How are you? Oh my god, I didn't just put Atari into panic mode on purpose, but he is flipping out. That's relatable. How are you doing? Whoops. That's what I want. How you doing, Cal? I'm so sorry you had to wake up so fucking early, my friend. Holy shit. Sorry, I'm updating a YouTube video. I realized I am a fool. I was on the phone with my mom, and then I was like, all of a sudden it was time to stream. I'm an idiot. Let me see here. Okay, good. I need to go back over here. Okay, cool. All done. Now my YouTube video isn't stupid looking. Hi, Jamie. How are you? Playing some games, so I'm gonna lurk. Well, have a fun time playing games. Thank you for that lurk. I appreciate it. My legs buckled when I was... Oh, Jesus! 8 6-packs, the liquid amount being 3/4. Good God! God! Good Jesus. Well, I'm glad that your legs aren't broken. Like, that just... That's so much fucking liquid. Oh, whoops. That's what I want. Oh. I forgot about that. I think Photoshop crashed the last time we were working on this, and it was because my CPU was not fucking plugged into my motherboard, so now we're in a better place. It won't happen to us again this week. It's kind of weird because it didn't buckle when I handed the 224 packs. Was that before or after the 6-pack is my question. Or the 2 6-packs. Because if it was before, then it makes sense what happened. Because you were like effectively man-moding it through the 24 packs. You had the strength of a bear. And then by the time you hit that 6-pack, or the 2 6-packs, then it was like, ugh! I'm sorry that happened to you. Hi, Gamby. How you doing? How are you today? Hello, ma'am. That's the voice. She's not like, hi, ma'am. She's like, hello, ma'am. I'm fine. I'm gonna hide this bar. I don't need it right now. Oh, whoops. Sure. I was fine after that one buckle of my knee. Yeah, honestly, sometimes it just happens. Sometimes you think it's not heavy, and then all of a sudden your body's like, That's all I have to say about aging. That's what aging is, just so that you know. And it will only continue to get worse. I'm doing pretty okay. Life is lifing over here for me, I would say. Jason and I turned in our passports into the mail to try and get them updated, and I'm still very, very, very pissed off about the U.S. passport situation for trans people. So I'm really hoping that they don't reject our passports, because if they reject our passports, then Jason and I can't go on our honeymoon. So, I am trying to stay positive with that one and just keep the good vibes that they're just going to send it back and they're not going to do anything about it. And that it'll be A-okay. But otherwise, I'm finally not sick with a cold anymore, too. So I will take that. I love that shit. Oh, nice. They have one of my fave cookies back in. Oh, that's good. That's good shit. I love that. Hi, Blue Breeze. How are you today? How you doing? Actually, I don't want any of these things. Yeah, fortunately, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not doing too shabby. I actually have been sleeping. I woke up earlier than 11 today, which is good. I don't know if the depression is waning. Maybe it is. But I'm not sure. I'm hoping I'm not. I'm just like free of the depression. That would be fucking great. And that'd be real convenient. So nice. I don't want to beat depression. If I could stop falling in acid, that would be... oh, God. I'm sorry that's happening to you. Are you playing more Hollow Knight, Jamie? I have never played that game. Hi, Sheen. How are you today? Oh, they're Punjabi cookies. Okay, so here's the question. Are they Punjabi Pakistani cookies? Or are they Punjabi Indian cookies? I need to know this answer. I have questions. What's the brand? I bet you I could tell you by looking at the script. If it's got a script on it. Yeah. Send me that picture. I could tell you. Because both are good. Both options are good. Oh boy. I have this tea. That's an Aries tea. For like Zodiac teas. And it's the best shit ever. So good. Trying to do this without the ability that I'm supposed to have, and yes, I'm going. Does that mean I'm gonna stop trying? No, right? You're like, no, I'm gonna figure that shit out. Honestly, me, I'm like, no, I bet you I can do it without that shit. Terrible, 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 terrible. It's true though. My cat keeps sneezing on me. Tatsu has like fucked up sinuses from when he had his eye surgery. And so he's so gross. He will sneeze directly into my mouth. I have had him drool directly into my mouth before. I love how they're just labeled as just Punjabi biscuits. That's funny though. So, the way that we do this... This is how we figure out... First, we either, one, we're going to go to their website, because this is all of their stuff. Okay, South Asian flair, but... Oh, see... Where's your corporate office? No, and Ontario. Who Who is your owner? A white man? Wait a second. Hold on. Oh, wait. No. It's okay. Oh, it's okay. Whew. He's not white. It's okay. He's just very light. Okay. Wow. I feel like I just dodged a bullet. Okay, so now the second step, because we can't tell. Oh man, holy moly. We can't tell from him. Now, this is what we do. I think he's Pakistani, if I had to make a guess. If I really had to make a guess. Because there's more Pakistani people in Canada than there are in India. Or there are Indian people, just on average, give or take. Okay, so can I... No, why are you translating to Russian? Okay, so then we're going to start with... Oh, but they don't have... That's not what we want. We're going to go to Google. They don't have the right language, because I need Urdu if we're going to do that. Urdu! You took a picture that's too large. I just want to know. I'm not super familiar with the difference between Urdu script and Hindi. This is always just fun shit. Okay, so now we're going to go detect language into English. Pure vegetarian Punjabi biscuits. Okay, from which language, though? Which language did it get translated from? Why are you not telling me? Why are you being a hoe? I think that it's Pakistani. Because that's a good sign. Oh, yeah, yep. Do you see that? Now there's a typo. But when translating from Urdu, no typo. So, they're Pakistani. That's what I thought. I was like, this man does not look like an Indian man, and this, like, having the name Ali also, that is a more Arabic-influenced name. And I've never seen the last name Kizilbash, but that does not sound like an Indian Punjabi last name either. So, yep, this man is Pakistani. So enjoy your Pakistani cookies. That's all that we have to say. Enjoy those biscuits. That's just cool. They have so many different varieties of cookies. Man, I'm sad that I can't eat these. I'm sure that they're fucking delicious. Dunking them in some fucking tea? I bet you that's delicious. Okay, mystery solved. We can go back to our regularly scheduled programming now. Had a tea this morning. That's nice. Listen to the flood of melted snow. Oh, yeah, true. It's cold as fuck here. It's literally like -1 here. It's so upsetting. Might do some drawing stuff later. Aw, yeah. We love that. Ariel does that too. Yeah, it's so nasty. They're like, I want to make biscuits on you. And you're like, oh, I love you so much. And then just sneeze directly in the mouth. It's like, oh, okay. Wow. Oh, my God. Okay. You're nasty. Okay, that was like the most wonderful sidetrack that we could have possibly ever had. Oh, I don't know if I like this. I'm going to have to do some futzing. Oh, also too. That looks a little bit better. Oh, I'm fucking God, I'm on the money. Oh man, I'm so good. I was off by 0.01 to what I needed. Oh God, Ariel's got me in the eyes. No, that's so fucked up. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, is it a real Tycho stream without a food sidetrack? Or two at least. True. You're right. The song is Chaos. Hydrate. I'm drinking that Aries tea, which is a Wulong blend with rose petals predominantly. It's so nice. I love this artist. This guy makes funky ass music. It's just really nice to hear like fun, like J-pop inspired Chinese music. It's just cool. Cool shit. Alright, cool. Ooh, that sounds like a good time. Peppermint in the cold is always good. I'm not a huge fan of mint, but I respect it. Yo, I mean, we can do whatever the hell you want. Oh yeah, we can do whatever. I have given up on braining anything. Yeah, I'm not working on any work or anything, so we're good. If you want to do that, you can totally do any redeems you want. Hi, Badrick. How you doing? All right, Cal. Here you go, my friend. Got to get that shuffle ASMR in here. Y'all, I gotta go be a real adult and go prepare for my very first adult colonoscopy tomorrow. That's some fun shit. So I effectively get to starve starting tomorrow, and then Friday is the actual procedure, so that's not fun. That's what I get to do in the next couple days. Alright, let's see what we got for you. Alright, Cal. Ooh, lots of, it's bookended by two major arcana. So, the first card that I drew for you is Death Reversed. And that's for the past influences section. So, that suggests that in the past, regarding whatever you're dealing with, you were being really egocentric. And you had a reason that you didn't want to move on, right? Because the death card is all about like letting go, right? It's like the caterpillar turning into the butterfly, right? You need to kill something in order to make something new. And so when dealing with this issue, you were like just not letting go of that thing. You were like really holding on, and that caused a lot of delays, which might be why you're concerned about this issue now. So that being said, presently I got Nine of Cups reversed. You are in a state of like decision making right now because of the thing that happened earlier. So because things were like really delayed and because you were having trouble making a decision about it, it's a good idea now. The best piece of advice that you could probably take to heart at this exact moment is to just don't make any decisions about it now, because your ego is kind of wrapped up into it, or your own personal interest is wrapped up into it. So giving it just a second to just like sit and let yourself come to the decision rather than try to force a decision now is probably a good idea. If you just take the time, the future outcome card that I drew, or likely outcome, is the Magician, which is really great. It'll give you a lot of adrenaline. The situation will work out in your favor. And you can be adventurous, daring, competitive. And then you'll have success in whatever you're working with. So just take a second to breathe. It seems to be the general vibe. Like, shit's been stressful for whatever reason, and like it's something that's very personal to you, so it makes sense that you're anxious about it. But you just gotta trust that, like, if you take the time, eventually all the pieces will come into place, and you'll have a better picture of the whole situation, so you can make the most informed decision before you kind of jump the gun, if that makes sense. Finally remembered to search up the rugby player my coaches compared me to, and like, okay, I'm not that good, but thanks. I'm so glad that, like, that's a nice compliment, though, at least. That's cool, though. It may be in your style, how you play. That's cool, though. Your message made sense to me, so... I love this playlist so much. Yo. Yeah, no, I got you. I got what you meant. Yeah, I got you. God, these brushes were improved so much going into this version of Photoshop. Do I feel bad about paying Adobe subscription money? Yes. Do I feel bad that I only am paying like $16, or not $16, like $19 a year for it, or a month for it? No. Am I even paying for it? No, because my dad's paying for it as well. For context, I asked if I'll be able to make streaming into a career. I see. Yeah, so that probably makes sense why, too. It was bookended by 2 major Arcana cards as well. So this is definitely something that's going to be like a low and slow process. Don't rush it, really. It makes sense. And that's just logistically true as well, I think, for doing streaming as a career. But it seems like you have a really good fan base, and you also are a very fun person, so I think that you could do it. I think it's more the style coming from absolutely nowhere to tackle someone. You're just the Batman of rugby players. I love that. You're just like, surprise, bitch, and then you just jump out of nowhere. Oh, that's funny. But that's great, though. That's a good tactic. I love that. Those flank techniques, they work. If they work in Overwatch, they work in real life. Yeah, and you shouldn't have to do physical labor, Like, that sucks that, like, we live in a world where, like, that's the reality, that's the ultimatum that people have to deal with, Like, especially because it's like your body clearly is like, bruh, can we not? Like, you guys, like, I don't know. No one should have to, like, deal with that. In no world could then get you off. Acting like a gremlin and winning. I mean, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. No, that's cool. It sounds like a great strat. Oh my god. I'll be on the verge of a panic attack and then just straight up floor someone. Well, clearly, whatever your strat is, it's working, so don't stop. We knew that the power of anxiety was strong, but did we know it was that strong? Clearly not. Okay, so today I can definitely say I, for once, don't feel, like, so depressed that I want to, like, collapse in upon myself, so today's a good day. I hope everyone else is feeling at least relatively okay, too. That's rough, Blue Breeze. Yeah, that's rough. I would recommend, and I know that this is crazy, I literally just Googled Pegasus with saddle. Thankfully, we have so many wonderful artists out there who have thought about it. This one's kind of a bad... Well, not necessarily. Actually, this is great. This is a good diagram. The wings become transparent here, but you can see where the wing fits in the saddle. So, like, Googling stuff like that actually might be a good idea. Like, this is an interesting thing as well. But you're right, that's rough. This is interesting because the wings are on the front, up by the joint, rather than in the middle of the back. Yeah, that's what I would do. That's how I would approach it anyway. But that's rough. Yeah, that's not a bad idea, Badrick. Effectively you'd have to have some kind of exit point regardless for mobility. I know nothing about fucking horses, so I'm just like, that is where I would defer to people who are more familiar and smarter than I. Okay, let me look at my script. Okay. I love how I just have street. Okay. Sorry, y'all. Let me move some shit around. I have to, like, awkwardly... do all of this shit. I'm like trying to move her head all over the fucking place. I don't know what's going on. Somebody is contacting me and I'm like, I don't know who. I'm like, who? Hello? No one? A bad email? Yeah, honestly, if you gotta put a billion buckles on it, that's just the way it goes, you know? I remember how I spent a whole hour drilling a 6mm hole into a piece of metal today because my DT teacher forgets that we missed the basics of, using the machines. That sucks. You're like, I don't know what I'm doing. With vaulting handles because she likes to do crazy flips. That's badass. Alright. I am suffering. But that's okay. Actually... You know that moment when you're, like, trying to, like, fucking force a, arm to do what you need it to do, and no matter what, you're just like, what the fuck is happening right now? Okay, this is fine. Unfortunately, I don't have to worry about censoring anything this go around. Okay. Alright, sorry about that, y'all. I am, yeah, I can't bring Daz on screen because I have 2 female characters and Twitch will kick me off. Or I'll get suspended. But, we're coming back. So now I have to try and figure out what I want to do. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do a bunch of breakout panels because they look nice. Let's see. I just got to make sure that I don't accidentally... Oh yeah, I forgot how... I would really like... I don't need to know how to use the rectangle tool. Can I choose which brushes... I don't know. I used to be able to choose which brush... Let's see, chisel 25, chisel tilt. I used to be able to choose which brush I... Hold on. Change to... No. Okay, to create a path with the rectangle tool. Oh, I'm gonna get rid of this. And then use the stroke path option. Why can't I stroke? Why can't I do this? Why did they have to make shit so much more complicated? Okay, good luck cleaning your desk, by the way. Let's see. Because I think technically... Why? Unless I have to like effectively relearn my workflow here. Rectangle shape path. So how do I... I'm gonna just go fuck around with this for a second here. Because I need to relearn how to use this tool effectively. Intersect, subtract, combine. It doesn't matter. Set a line type for stroke. Right, that's whether it's inside, outside, or center. Rounded, corners, and that's fine and everything. Because I would love to be able to just create a square path. Bye, Badrick. I'll see you later. Enjoy your garlic bread. That sounds amazing. And thank you so much. You are awesome, and I hope to see you again soon. Have a good rest of your day. Oh, hold down the Alt key. Ah, ha, 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 you bastard. You thought you were smarter than me. All right, let's see. Is that true? Wait. Nope, it's not. You're a fucking liar. You're a liar. Nulls from paths. What? What is this? Okay, alright. What the fuck? Why would they do this to me? Okay, I guess. I guess I just gotta... Well, God, I don't want to do it by hand. I used to be able to do it so fast. There is no convert Bezier path. I can't select anything here. I'm missing something. Okay, this might be the way to do it. That's better. There. Okay, so that's going to be the way that I have to do this from now on. Could be worse. Alright. Okay, point is, that's the workaround. Yeah, they to some extent, when Photoshop does these updates, they make shit worse. And it's like, you guys have the opportunity to improve your shit and you didn't. Like, why would you do this? You demon? Uh-oh, what's going on with you and the black pepper? You okay? Okay, so let me make sure. I'm going to look at my script again. Okay. Let's see this. Oh, actually, you know, sometimes less is more. I love Netta. She's so fucking weird. Okay. So now... Lord! Alright. Nice. Oh my lord. This is suffering. Working in a new version of Photoshop is suffering. Oh, I thought that you were referring to like masala, like the fucking like a spice blend for cooking. Oh, if I'm not careful, it'll go up my nose. True. That's how you know it's the good chai, though. Okay, what's the dialogue here? Okay. Oh, I see. I was like, how did I do that? There we go. Well, it doesn't help, too, that, yeah, masala literally just means spice in Hindi, I think. So, like, in my brain, I was like, garam masala, or, like, chop masala, like, that. That's where my brain went. Okay, I gotta, like, go zoom in on this. Ma'am, I'm zooming in. Thank you. There we go. Yeah, there's so much more control on these brushes. She's like, I've been possessed by the ghost of Christmas past. It's okay. You know, as somebody who has not, like, actually drawn anything in a minute, feeling pretty good. I'm sorry that you do not like the milk tea. What? Technically, like, it's interesting, because chai technically is a milk tea. What about it do you not like, just out of curiosity? She has been possessed by the devil. I swear to God, I just want this little old lady. She's gonna have a happy ending. I promise. Like, but like it sucks. She's like, what the fuck am I feeling with my hand? This is the face of a woman who just reached into the grape jar. It's like at Halloween when you're given the jar full of grapes, and it's like it's an eyeball. That's the face. That's what she just made. Just kidding. She's fine. See, I think that you need to probably be going to places that use tea concentrates then. If you can go to, like, boba places that use tea concentrates, because I agree, that is a huge issue, especially when you're homemaking milk tea. I have this instant packet, for example, from a Korean company called Royal Milk Tea. And the product is Royal Milk Tea, but the company is also Royal Milk Tea, and their tea is so fucking weak. I have to cook their instant Royal Milk Tea packet in with another bag of tea or like batch of tea because the tea is so weak. But if you go to good boba places, you should still be able to taste the tea. The tea should be the number one most important thing in the blend. But what you want to do is you want to double concentrate your tea. So, for example, if you're making like an 8-ounce glass of milk tea and you typically use 2 teaspoons of tea to make your like standard cup of tea, then you need to use 4 teaspoons of tea to make the tea concentrate. And then you need to cook it until there is it's almost like you reduce the water down a little bit, and it's like all you have left is tea juice, and then you put the milk in it. Which is why, I don't know if you've ever seen like the Cross Culture Chai, I think is his username on TikTok. He's a Sri Lankan guy that makes chai. His method for making chai is the way that you should also make milk tea, because otherwise it'll be too weak. Also, too, I'm of the opinion that you can't really like make good milk tea with like green tea, or like matcha might be the only exception there. Because matcha is at least strong enough to be able to handle the milk. But like regular green tea, I would never. I always avoid the milk teas with green tea, because I'm like, okay, so this tastes like milk and grass. It's just not very effective. But yeah, I would try doubling up on your tea. I'll have to see if I can find a good recipe for homemade royal milk tea, especially. And it's gonna be definitely more sweet, but I would really try for the concentrate. But if you haven't watched Cross Culture Christians, it's either Cross Culture Christian or Cross Culture Chai. If you haven't watched his tutorial on how he makes his chai, it is hands down the best way to make masala chai with milk and get it right every single time. You also want to be steeping your tea in the milk as well. That's a huge issue that I see people do when they make their milk teas, is that they'll fucking steep their tea in the water, and then it's not right. So it's like now you're watering down your water with more milk. Like, why the fuck would you do that? So yeah, no, it's like, don't do that. When you make a pot of tea, Add a tea bag for each person and then one more for the pot. Well, and that's good advice for tea bags, because fun and interesting fact about tea bags is that tea bags most of the time, unless they are labeled as loose leaf tea in a bag, tea bags are the dust that is at the bottom of a tea barrel. And so when I make tea, for example, I use only whole leaf, loose leaf tea, which is the way that you're supposed to make tea. And when you buy a tea bag, it comes. It's effectively a way for them to resell the tea scraps that they would not be able to actually sell in the market as loose leaf. So the tea scraps are ultimately already weaker than the whole leaf tea because they don't have any of the tea oil inside the leaf anymore, or it's like it's really weak. So definitely adding an extra tea bag into that pot to make sure that the flavor is still really strong is definitely a good thing to do for sure. Yeah, we don't have that brand Telly. Yeah, we don't have that brand here. We have a lot of like British brands, so like Bigelow is one, but Lipton is our worst offender here in the United States. Lipton is fucking garbage. Lipton is literal trash. So that's definitely, yeah, definitely a good idea for tea bags specifically, but especially when you're making like chai or milk tea, you should always use whole leaf tea too, because you need to be able to actually infuse the tea oil into whatever you're making. Otherwise, like, it's going to be too weak. It's just not going to make it. So I'll have to see. Oh, I need to get this lady's gels. And honestly, Cal, you know who I would trust with my life over this? So this is the recipe from Just One Cookbook. These guys fucking rock. Right. Yeah, so if you check out her method, so this is exactly what should be done. I think she does make hers in the water, but that's fine. But you can see she's only using 1 cup of water, which is not really very much, to 3 heaping teaspoons of black tea leaves. Like, it should be way more tea leaves than you think that you need. Like, way more. Mr. Man. He's punching stuff. But yeah, you want it. You want your tea, because like normally, like, your liquor should not be that dark. You want your liquor for your tea to be like, uh-oh, I burnt my tea or I oversteeped my tea, because that's the only way that it's going to, when you then add your milk and sugar, that it's going to produce the correct ratio. So I would try this one. I'm going to go ahead and drop it into the food chat in the Discord. But this looks like the right ratio. And you can make this with matcha, so if you were to do the same thing, but I personally wouldn't. But yeah, that lady never lets me down. Oh, tea dust is always at the bottom of the containers. Yeah, I learned that shit from a tea monger in an H Mart, and he was like, literally, never buy tea bags, and this is why. And I was like, oh my god, I didn't know. And not all companies are guilty of this, but definitely most mainstream tea companies do, because that makes them more money. They can reuse all of the tea that they don't sell. God, she's horrifying. Okay, hold on. I gotta go feed Tatsu, because otherwise he's just gonna keep punching that. So I will be right back. Give me just a second. Okay, he has been satiated. But yeah, definitely also always take the tea conversations with a grain of salt, because definitely buy what you can afford, you know. And if you have to double up on tea bags in your fucking cup because you're using a specific tea brand, do it, man. That's the secret. Just do it. Do it so you can squeeze every ounce of tea juice out of your tea bag. This Indian man was like, "Don't let them fool you," and I was like, "Okay, Indian man, I'm sorry." He knew. I also think it depends on the brand. Yes, totally. It really does, though. Like, Bigelow for me is, like, not really that bad. Yeah, it totally does. You have to be able to just kind of gauge it based on what you taste and what you see with your eyes, definitely. Because ultimately, tea is like wine. I don't think people realize that, like, it's a very specialized art, and while I'm glad that, like, there's been a push to make it more accessible to more people, which is awesome. Like, everybody should be able to have a nice cuppa, you know. But the reality is that there are companies out there that are trying to make the cheapest buck possible. And so just like with wine, if you go to the store and you buy an affordable bottle of wine, it's hard to say whether or not like what the quality is. Like, you might not know what you're actually getting. And I'm definitely not a wine person at all, so I would not be able to make that call based on taste or color or like smell. But some people can. Some people pop open a bottle of wine and they're like, "Oh, this was like a 6 month like vintage, and it's like it's really bad, and like it was probably made with these grapes." I'm like, "Bro, how?" But they just have such a refined palate. It's like they know their shit really, really well, and they've worked with wine. They've drank a lot of wine, so they know what they're fucking talking about, which is pretty cool, but also kind of horrifying. This is the brand that I normally use. Oh yeah, we don't have that here. Nope. Pico's good though. I like that. Yeah, and it's interesting because here in the U.S. we can't even normally get Pico, believe it or not. It's actually like, so that's cool. That's really neat. Oh, I bought another one called King Cole on sale, and I can't wait till the box is empty. Yeah, it's rough. Rough. And you're just like, I just want good tea. You know, like, this is all that I want. I want to be able to eat good things and drink good things. Like, why is this pain? Yeah, true. You gotta take it on a case-by-case basis. Okay, so let me see. I am so lazy. So I'm going to grab... Wait. Watch this shit. This is how you win. Fuck this shit. Wait, why would you do this to me? Thank you. And a paste. got a nice paste-a-roo there. For the King Cole, I have to be really careful on the steep time because it burns. Oh. Yeah, and it really just depends, like, I think on where people are sourcing their leaves from, you know? Like, and that's hard to say. Because, like, that was a conversation that we were having in stream the other day, actually, was about McDonald's coffee, actually. And about how Starbucks, for example, doesn't really say where they source their coffee from. They're like, we source it from over 100 farmers all across the world. And it's like, okay, interesting, but where are you getting your coffee from? And the answer is that they own their own farmers, they own their own fields, all of that other stuff, so they don't have to be as transparent about it. But for somebody like fucking McDonald's, they say exactly where their shit comes from. And so that's cool because that allows us to more accurately judge the quality of the product, like, and that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, peppermint's an amazing herbal. Yeah, it's such a powerful herbal. It's pretty cool. I wish that I liked the taste of peppermint more because I know that it's like it's really good for you. But mint and me, we ain't friends. But herbals are great. Herbals are a beautiful thing that you can always get bagged because they operate differently than tea or like black tea, green tea. Yeah, see, why are we the same, Kel? I don't know. Yeah, for real. Like, I don't know why I'm like this. I don't know what happened to me. But I will suffer. If my stomach is, like, really upset, I'll be like, fuck it, and then just drink the tea. Because, like, at that point, if it's gonna fix me, then that's what I need. Oh, is that a little bit large? A little bit. Mm. I'm gonna have the beads go over the top of her hand, I think. Yeah, peppermint's amazing. I'm also a huge fan of, like, yeah, definitely lemon verbena, or not lemon verbena, lemon balm. Um, I like, there's this indigenous herbal that I love. Hydrate, speaking of that. Everybody stay hydrated. It's called horsegrass or horsetail. Horsetail is an herbal remedy. And it helps strengthen your bones. Apparently. And it's a diuretic. Yeah. It helps with kid. That's what I was looking for. I'm gonna have to send that to my mom. I need to remember that. My poor mother has like kidney stones really, really, really bad. Um, so I'll have to send this to her. But the other tea that I really like is it's a a type of herbal that isn't, that's not the one I was thinking of. It's an indigenous herbal, and I don't speak Diné, so I would not be able to pronounce any of this. But the scientific name is Thelesperma subnudum, which is just called, it's just called Navajo tea. You can use it to make dye, and it's a beautiful flower. Gorgeous little bud, but it's a really cool tea. And green thread is the actual lovely plant. It's got a smoky jasmine flavor with a bit of natural sweetness. It tastes like green tea almost. And it helps, it's an anti-inflammatory, so it helps alleviate joint pain. Hey, Mr. Man. Hey, you can't do that over here. No, Mr. Man. Sorry, he keeps trying to, like, scratch Jace's massage table case, and I don't know why. But yeah, it's an anti-inflammatory. It's really cool. And it's also good for upset stomach and kidney health. So, that shit is my favorite herbal. That shit does literally everything. But yeah, that fucking green thread. Really, really good shit. Mr. Man, what are you doing? He's like, now I have to come over here so that I can be enraged. And I'm like, no, don't be enraged on me. It's like, I didn't do anything to you. He's like, now I'm in trouble, so I have to... Oh my god. So you get tangled in my headphones and then you don't... I love you so much, but you're so dumb. I'm trying to figure out what I'm doing for lunch, because we have like nothing, but yet also everything in the fridge. It's just like I don't want any of it, and I'm not sure what to do about that. But I blew all of my money last night. Sorry, excuse me. Oh, I don't like this. Hold on. Mr. Man, you're making this really difficult for me. He just looked at me like, what do you mean I'm making it difficult for you? I'm like, sir, please. Oh, you're so cute. Oh, I know. Oh my god. Oh. He'll reach his little hand out. He'll reach his little hand out and be like, but pet me and I love you. And I'm like, I know, I'm sorry, but I'm working. I can't. Oh, God, you're so cute. I know. He just wants to say thank you for being fed, because I think that he went a really long time not having consistent meals. And so, I noticed that after he eats, yes, thank you. After he eats, he'll come by and he'll say thank you for being fed, which is really cute, but also it's like so sad to think about. And it's tough because what he's doing, I wish I could show you guys. I don't have the camera over here right now, though. What he does is because we pet him and we give him little kisses, he'll pet me back. And so he'll sit here and he'll reach out with his little hand. When I stop petting him, he'll decide that he wants to pet me. And so he'll reach out his little hand and he'll pet me with his paw on my mouth. So you can't sit on my mouse. So it's really cute. It's just this, like, you can tell he's very aware of what he's doing, where he's like, oh, I love you, and then it's so adorable, but also I'm trying to work. But yeah, I'm not sure what I'm gonna eat for lunch. Nope, you done? Okay, bye, Mr. Man. See you later. Don't you go scratch on that. You better be laying down on Mr. Bean. There you go. Okay, that's what I thought. And then I'm, like, scared to go and get eggs because, like, here in the U.S., all of a sudden eggs are fucking $40 million. So I don't want to go out into the kitchen and, like, cook an egg. Because I'm like, uh-oh, what if we need eggs later and then we run out of eggs? And then we can't get any eggs? Because that's cool. Oh, where are you going? What are you doing? He's trying to figure out which cute sleepy spot he wants to lay down on. Okay. So the question is what do I consume? And then I love this apartment complex so much because everything about it is wonderful. But then also, I feel like I can't order DoorDash because the fucking DoorDash drivers just get lost. They have like no idea where they are. Also, hi Superstar. Banks just sleeps on the couch next to my desk like 80% of the time. Yeah, in this room we have 3 spots that he likes. Right now, he was thinking about curling up on the heated blanket that's not plugged in on the floor, or he has currently right now a Squishmallow that's like one of the extra large Squishmallows. I named him Bean. He's over in the corner, and then he also has a sushi pillow that's up on my old computer tower as well that he can lay on. So he's got a variety of little areas. Okay, let's see. Oh, what did I do? Oh, you got auto-modded. What happened? Is that what happened? Honestly, sometimes the shit that auto-mod does is fucking mind-boggling to me. I can't see it, so I don't know. It could be also Twitch glitching, too. I think that was a Twitch glitch. Just yeah, true. Sometimes Twitch does legit just eat messages, no joke. I was just matching the energy. You're like, how dare you? Okay, nice. How goes it? It goes. We're doing some comics, which is great. Trying to figure out what I want to eat for lunchy. Slowly chugging our way through a page. This was the one we did last time. So I transferred that into a mobile scroll format, and then now I'm on this one. Doing my best with the manga, but it's pretty janky. Honestly, you do what you gotta do. You're doing your best. Nice. I just had a sandwich. Very cool. I wish I liked sandwiches. I just don't fucking like sandwiches. I don't know why I'm like that. Oh, Jesus. I opened up my bank account and all of a sudden I had $10,000. And for a second I was like, where the fuck did $10,000 come from? I found it. It's from my school refund. It's my student loan money, but I was like, what the fuck? Oh, I'm okay. Oh god, I had so much money all of a sudden. Okay. And then my Acorns transfer for my honeymoon went too, so all of a sudden I was just like, oh my lord! Successful string of bank robberies, diamond heist, those would be my guesses. You want to know what's really interesting, actually? You would have had to do neither of those things to make that much money. You would have only had to have robbed 7 7-Elevens. Don't ask me how I know that. But that's the truth. Alright, let me do some math really quick to figure out if I can, like, DoorDash myself some food. Yeah, true, true. The diamond heists are really lacking. I do agree on that one. It's not nearly as cool. Does anybody else remember DB Tuber? Anybody remember that guy? I wonder how he's doing. Damn Gen Z not wanting to do enough diamond heists. I know, right? Yeah, because I feel like for our generation, it really was like DB Tuber was like the last guy that was like really legendary in terms of that kind of stuff. Not saying that robbing a bank is a good idea. Definitely, I have to do a big asterisk on that one. Don't rob a bank. But I mean, piracy is not a victimless crime or something. I don't know. Something you wouldn't steal a car. Okay, I think actually, believe it or not, I think, guess what? With me getting paid, we just met the Kofi goal. Yay! Everybody dance. Everybody. Wow. Cool. All right, so that's neat. Okay, so now I have to make sure that my bank isn't going to be like, oh my god, what's happening? Okay, so now I got to do one more thing. Okay. All right. That's like my whole thing. So effectively until the next 2 weeks, I have a couple of bucks that I could spend. All right, cool. All right, so I could get Taco Bell if I wanted to. This Mako makes no sense. I will not be offended. It barely makes sense to me. Okay, well, if I have any questions, I will definitely ask. Also, that was the best use of that running swoosh. I love that. Wait, is DHL delivering? Oh, wait. Oh, I was like, Jesus, they're so fast. Okay, let's see. No contact delivery is fine on this. Hold on, I gotta, like, do all this fucking logistic shit. Oh, my God. Parcel bin. Oh, residential locker. I think. Okay, hold on. Oh my god. Now I gotta do the delivery code thing here. Alright. Cool. Alright, so that means I have to double check everything in my lovely all sorts of stuff. Lord. Of course, they won't let me put the full instructions in there. Okay, cool. I did it. I just want my shirt for my wedding, damn it. Give me it. Okay. Okay. I did it. Let's see what's going on next here. I'm going to do one more quick thing and reset my Ko-fi goal really fast if that's what needs to happen. Technically, I'm somehow not 100% there. So I don't know what happened. I'm just going to move money from one place to another when I go and pay for it, but I have to call my bank. So that being said, we're going to start a new Ko-fi goal again. Start new goal. I will have a goal for, or a reward for everybody. I'll probably just do a commission giveaway as a thank you. I'll have to think about it. Alright. Now, this is a huge fucking goal. All right. So this one was already in the Discord. So now we're back to squares one with the Ko-fi goal. But is there anything that anybody would be interested in? Do y'all want me to like give away like an ebook package or something? Because then that's what I might do. If y'all are interested, I might like, because that was a huge thing for me being able to get to my honeymoon. So I could do something where it's like if you sign up on a form and sign up with your email, then I'll just send everybody who does that literally all of the ebooks that I have of every single book I've ever published, if that's interesting to anybody, rather than doing like a commission raffle. But thank you so much to everyone who helped me get through this goal, especially to Blue Breeze and to Heyu for purchasing editing services and commissions, because that was huge. So now Jason and I can definitely go on our honeymoon, no questions asked, and that is, it's incredible. I'm so grateful. Like. So now we are on to the next one. Just to remind everybody for this upcoming goal, if we meet it, I literally will just be giving away free commissions to everyone. And it's going to be like full illustration, complex background, like literally the whole bells and whistles, up to a $250 value for every single person who contributes to this goal or signs up for the forum at the very end, regardless of what you contribute, right? Like, it doesn't even matter. You could give me $1 and I'm still going to give you a $250 commission. So thank you again. I just want to, let everybody know that I'm so grateful. Hello? Thanks. I would love to zoom in. Let's see. I'm going to actually go like this. A little bit like this. Hello? Speaking of that, thanks, KofiBot. It hurt us. It hurt us in its brain. So, I feel like for reaching that goal, I probably deserve at least a bean. I'm really not supposed to be eating like shit before I have to go in and do this procedure on Friday, but I don't care. Like, it will be easier for me if I don't do that. But, c'est la vie. Ooh, that sounds like a really interesting nonfiction. I love that. Yeah, that sounds fucking fun. What was your biggest takeaways? What did you learn about the Sicilian Mafia? Favorite factoid? Yeah, you're gonna have no food on Thursday. Well, it's more about whether or not the doctors, like, or, well, one, there's two things. Will I make myself sick? Or, two, will I, totally make it hard for the doctors for no fucking reason to do what they need to do? I am, going into this shit blind. I've never done this procedure before, so it's for old people. It's a procedure for old people. But they wanna. My doctor is starting to screen people earlier because interesting story about how younger people are getting colon cancer for no reason here in the United States. So it's really important to, if you are concerned and if you have a history of cancer in your family, go get screened. I have a history, like my aunt has gotten breast cancer like 3 times, so it's partially the reason why I'm doing it. But if you have any concerns, just go and schedule with your doctor. And yeah, I'm going to be doing the prep tomorrow, so effectively starting noon tomorrow, all I can eat is clear liquid. That's like pretty much it. I wonder why, right? Yes, and I think part of it, as far as I was able to get from the gastroenterologist that I was talking to, he was very cool. He was saying that, at least from what they can tell here in the U.S., it's a combination of people sitting much, much, much more for their jobs, and so we have more office job people. But then also, yeah, it's a lot to do with water quality and eating really bad shit. Like, Americans just, like, they don't eat enough fiber, period. And so I have to talk to my doctor next week after I get through the procedure about, for me, also starting a fiber supplement, too, because I need to do that. The gastroenterologist that I talked to, he was like, literally, if I could get everybody I know on a fiber supplement, I would. Because that's the #1 way that you can prevent colon cancer, actually, is just by eating enough fiber. So, pretty cool. Mafia. Oh, let's see. So they never gave serious ingredients to the idea that the mafia was an organized body and always thought it was just Sicilians being violent and angry. That makes sense, though. I feel like that's kind of true to a lot of mafia groups. Like, I know a lot of people wouldn't consider the Russian mob to be mafia, but they were organized in that way and still are organized in that way. So that's kind of interesting. Mafia originally meant like something like cool. It was like, it's cool. That's wild. They're like, yo, we're cool as fuck. Yeah, the prep medicine is what's hell in my mind. Yeah, I'm less worried about that and more worried about just starving, you know? I'm already very, very small. Like, I know, like, people make the, oh, you weigh $1.25 joke, but I like legit weigh less than $1.25. I'm like 112 pounds. And so not being able to eat is a death sentence in a way for me. I'm gonna be very angry and very hungry. Thankfully, right after it, on Saturday, we're going to go out with my husband's mother, so my mom, and go and get Filipino food. And so hopefully that will just save my life. I don't really like that. You ever just do something and you go, never mind? That's what happened to me. And then you slowly mutated into gangster. That's interesting. But yeah, definitely makes a lot of sense. Northern Italians are super racist in a lot of ways to Southern Italians. Yeah, that's what I've heard too, that there's like a lot of prejudice between the like 2 areas of Italy. I'm not like super familiar with that shit because I don't have like any Italian ancestry or family, so it's like, but that's really interesting. Sicilians have the skulls of criminals. Jesus Christ. He really went like full eugenics. He was like, hold on. Hold my beer. Hold my Northern Italian beer. Oh, I believe you. Yeah, no, I believe you 100%. Like, literally, yeah. No, eugenics is wild. And incredibly pervasive in a lot of ways, which is so sad. Like, we should not be dealing with that shit. At all. Anywhere. Ever. So sad. Actually don't like this. I know these eyebrows go way into the center of the forehead, but you just gotta trust me on this one. And actually, probably, I'm dicking myself here. Don't ask questions. I love horses so much, but to be honest, they're nightmare fuel. Yup. Agreed. Yeah, it's important to remember Sicily used to be... yes, yep. Ruled by Arabs for a long time, so Sicily is super diverse, like in a lot of ways, and Sicilians have African, Arabic, Semitic heritage. Yes, yeah, totally. That's kind of how it is in a lot of Spain too, because there was a lot of immigration from like North Africa and stuff as well. So totally, yeah, I can see that. Horses have fucked up skeletons. I love this. I love that this is what the stream has become, is just a diss on horses. I understand. I get it though. They are kind of fucked up. I have a professor, or had a professor. Her name was Teddy Schmedicke. She was a professional horse artist. I shit you not. That's how she made all of her money, was painting horses. Realistic horses. She would do portraits of people's horses and stuff, like really rich people. Oh man, I don't even... Horse nosebleeds, I'm not even gonna go there. I am hyper fascinated though by the people who do the horse chiropractic work. Shit's crazy. Shit's nuts to me. I find that fascinating and incredibly cool. But also, damn. Yeah, basis why. Yeah, Northern Italians can be weird and racist. Yeah, people are weird. When they get, like, an idea in their heads, it's just like... Yeah, I don't know. People go ham. It's really sad. I get it. It's sad. And it comes from, like, a place of misinformation, right? Because clearly somebody was like, oh, yeah, no, these guys are really dumb. And it's like, yeah, well, what evidence do you have? And the guy was like, oh, eugenics. And it's like, okay, but he managed to convince an entire group of people. You know, it's like, it sucks. Yo, that's crazy. I worked on a couple of horses. That's nuts. Yeah, horse chiropractors, mad respect. Yeah, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the horses. Yeah, it still exists today. A lot of people describe it as like a lot calmer than it used to be in the 80s. Shorty was the Dawn, and they were working really hard to actually get rid of... Oh yeah, I see. Rid of it. There's just nonstop violence. And the mob boss, the Tractor, right now has been noted for being a lot more laid back. Yeah, it's just crazy. Yeah, I think about how eugenics, like in the Victorian period, led to effectively racial hierarchy theory religiously, and that we're still fucked by that. Like, we still are influenced, and that's why a lot of people nowadays, today, are still racist. Because they don't understand that, like, the myth of Ham is not a real thing. It's a myth. You know, like, you can't claim that an entire group of people they're morally bad because of some weird bullshit that was made up by a dude in literally 1840. Like, it's so crazy. So crazy. I'm very excited to work on my, like, Rollo von Altus book at some point eventually, because I'm stoked to do more research on the Russian mob and how they impacted the USSR in the 80s during the fall of the Soviet Union, and how, you know, for somebody like Rollo, he could justify continuing to work for them, because I do think that that was, like, the case for them too, where in a lot of instances the mob was better. It was better to be friends with the mob than it was to be friends with the the Russian government or the Soviet government at the time. Like, it was really tough. You couldn't trust anybody. And so to have somebody watch your back like that with the mob was better. And it was better than trusting the voyeurs as well. And, like, I don't know enough about Russian politics yet. So I can't claim to be the authority on this at all. But there was a lot of very, like, complicated shit going on. And people didn't know who they could turn to for anything. And the mob became that group. Yeah, I either want to write a Rollo book or I want to write a 3-part... Von Altus sibling book about shit. It depends on how much information. So it'd be like 3 novellas in one book. So Liz's section would be about moving to Ukraine and to live with her husband, and then being turned into a Rusalka by her own mother, and then getting into a relationship with Zarkasche and how that worked, how she was fairy queen for a little bit. And then Boris's would be about meeting Helen and having, like, effectively, like, mental health episodes while he was trying to fight being a bar guest and then ultimately succumbing. And then Rollo's is, of course, dying in the USSR and then being sucked back into the house. And all of it would end up culminating in them ending up in the same place that they started. So it would be a book, I think, about generational trauma in that way. How if you have, like, a really shitty family member, they ruin you. They like Gran did, really. She's horrendous, and she would have ruined their lives, you know, one step at a time. So I'm not sure. I have to try and figure out how I want to approach the book, because I don't want it to just be sad, and I still need it to have plot. I just don't know what that looks like yet. One of the things the author was talking about is that a lot of people fail to understand is big organized crime. You shouldn't treat them like a criminal organization. They're a competing state. Yes, exactly. Yes, totally. 1000% Superstar. And that's I think what the situation was in Russia, where because the government was failing so badly, you know, it's like if I lived there and I had a guy approach me and they were like, hey, you know, we don't like the KGB as much as you guys don't like the KGB. If you turn to us, if you work for us, if you help us maintain some semblance of control in this area, we're going to make sure that you guys can get bread. Fuck that. I'm going with those guys. You know what I mean? Like, the situation, I think, is a lot more complicated than people understand. And unless you were there, you don't really know how that works. And it doesn't mean it was right or good. And in some cases, I'm sure there were still people who were exploiting people. But, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Shit's complicated. Yeah, in America, didn't Capone set up some of the first soup kitchens? Let's fact check that, because that sounds cool. If that's the truth, did Al Capone set up soup kitchens? Let's find out. Yes! Yes! Al Capone ran an incredibly successful soup kitchen in Chicago during the Great Depression. His soup kitchen provided breakfast, lunch, and dinner to hundreds of people every day, and he was responsible for feeding 5,000 people on Thanksgiving Day in the year 1930. He was just so fucking upset that people were starving that he felt that he needed to do more for the poor than the government. And many saw people at the time, Capone as a Robin Hood figure who was better and more reliable than the government. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Like, that's so fucking cool. Like, it's so cool. Like, goddamn. Yeah, it's true, though. But one of the things you have to keep in mind when researching the mafia is that they will do anything to make them sound good. Yeah, no, I've got some really good, reliable places that I'm going for Soviet information. The website that I'm looking at particularly to dive into, let me figure out what that place was. I reorganized everything. I'll have to go and look through my tabs. I am sad. I don't know where it went. Let's see, and that's recipes. Oh, I guess I accidentally closed it. Oh, not used for 21 days. Oh, okay, hold on. RRR, wait a second. Interesting that they'll just move it in here. There we go. This is what I want. So this website is called Russia Beyond. Um, and they have a lot of really cool culture stuff and a little bit of education. It's not necessarily the best website ever, but I'm gonna start with that and then move in to more like what ideally what I would like to get is firsthand accounts. So I'm gonna if I'm do that, I'm gonna have to really research the USSR. Because already I almost suffered a little bit of an oopsie writing the Von Altus books, and I realized like at some point I had a train station, the attendant in the train station speaking predominantly Russian, and I was like, oh shit, you know, they're like at a train station in Ukraine. Like, is that technically accurate, or is it more believable for them to be speaking Russian or Ukrainian? And the answer was I was actually right. Fortunately, it is more acceptable for them to be speaking Russian than Ukrainian in that particular instance. But, you know, that's why research is important. I got lucky, but, like... Yeah, oh my god, Hubs is actually related to Al Capone's accountant. Good god. I think this is why there's such a draw to mafia romance. Oh yeah, I feel like many writers don't understand it and do it wrong. 100% agree. And then also too, they have to understand that like because this culture is oh my lord is a really specific one. It's exactly what Superstar is saying. It's like you can't to some extent make these guys 100% the good guys because they're not 100% the good guys. Shit's still so complicated, right? Because like I know for a fact, for example, that while Rollo was working in the Russian mob, he was doing shit like exploiting the ever-flying fuck out of Americans and other tourists by selling them timeshares that didn't exist. Right? That's just a shitty move overall. It doesn't really do anything but make the mob money. It's not like a Capone situation where it's like, oh, you know, he's so kind and he's feeding people, because that truly is an act of kindness. And nobody can take that away from Al Capone, right? But like fucking scamming people and selling them shitty timeshares that don't exist, that's just being a dick, right? But he was told that was what he needed to do to make money for the mob. Or doing the Swiss ATM scams. That's just being a piece of shit. You're just stealing money from Swiss banks. You're not really doing anything to be a good person in that situation. It's just being shitty. And then of course, I'm sure, and I don't talk about this in any of the Brady books at all, but like, there are, I guarantee, situations in which he was doing stuff like killing, like, I don't know if he was responsible necessarily for killing people specifically, but his friends would have been. And so they can't always be the good guy because they are doing horrible things. And I think that in the mafia romance groups, the dangerous love groups, they never touch on that. And it's always just like, oh, he's so hot. He's such a good person. And it's like, well, is he though? You know, is he though? And like, that's the kind of shit that needs to be talked about and covered and then is totally missed. There's so many stories in Sicily about left-wing activists complaining about the mafia and then the mob just had them killed and covered up. Yep. Yeah, town voted against the party. Mafia killed him. Yeah, true. Yeah, he's an uncle of Hub's grandma. Whoa, that's crazy. I love that shit. Yeah, there'll be, public work project, and then suddenly the mafia sucks up all the money. Yep. You get situations where Sicily's capital city tears down all historic buildings to put up concrete. Yeah, because mobs making money off concrete. Exactly. Yep. And they always lie when they say they don't kill women and children. Yeah, you gotta really look at what they're actually doing and why they're doing it. Right, is he a good person or is he a good person to you? Right, exactly. And then that makes it a little bit more realistic and fun, I think, in my opinion. But, like, you know, it's tough because I think it leads to what I would call like a 50 Shades of Grey situation where people don't think about what they're writing and then you get some really freaky shit. That's just, it's, I don't know, upsetting. And potentially hurtful also to victims as well, which is in its own right also highly problematic as well. And that's not great. We don't want that, because you want people to feel comfortable reading your fiction. I don't know, man. Not good. Princess Emma. You know, there's like sometimes you do things. I'm gonna turn this off for a second. The only cool family tree connection that I got is this guy that survived the Deerfield massacre. So in other words, a bunch of Mohawk natives came into Deerfield, Massachusetts, and then they like took a bunch of prisoners to try and like, because they were very much like a we got to take a couple prisoners of war so that way we can use them for, you know, like any and all kind of labor, which is fine. Like that makes a lot of sense to me. Like, not massacring white people. Well, I don't know, man. Actually, you know what? I don't even give a shit. When I think about what Native American like people did, indigenous groups, as somebody who has indigenous ancestry, I'm like, fuck it. I don't even give a shit. Like, I don't care. But my uncle, or my great something or other, his name was Ebenezer. He survived that shit. So I find that to be funny. That's like the only famous person that I have in my family. He has like a little plaque dedicated to him in that area where it's like, he didn't die. It's like, oh, that's nice. That's fine. Good job, I guess. The alternative state is a real thing. Yeah, what they're after is the power of the state. Yeah, states are supposed to have monopoly on violence. They get to decide that states are supposed to be the mediator. They're the ones who get to decide what it means when the alternative state protection money can be seen as a form of taxation on places that they own. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Yeah, it's politics, right? What it comes down to is just politics and control. Exactly. It's some interesting shit. And then it's tough because it's really like people getting stuck in what I would call like lesser of two evils situations where, you know, people were told that, like, I think about all the people who flee, they fled the United States to go and live in Russia, in the USSR, because things were so bad here that they were like, fuck this shit, I'm going, you know, like we're going. And that resulted in, you know, a bunch of black folks, for example, going to the USSR because anything was better than here, right? And so it's like, it does become kind of a choosing the lesser of two evils situation, which is wild to think about, but not that wild considering the times that we live in. Yeah, to do your best, right? Exactly. It's like, yeah, you're just... Yeah, what do you do? Yeah, what do you do? I read a mafia romance that was actually good where the main character ended up killing everybody in the mafia because they were hurting people, dude. Ah, man, that makes me want to write my ed book so bad. So I have this, and it'll happen eventually. I guess it would be considered... I don't know if it would be considered a historical thriller. And I think that it would, because the focus is not on romance, but it is an adaptation, or I guess retelling of The Strange Case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, but told from Ed's perspective. And And in my retelling and my adaptation, Ed is seen as ugly because that's the description that they give to Mr. Hyde, is that he's ugly, but they don't really describe how. And so, like, in my mind, I am interpreting him as like the Hyde Park killer, as this effectively like gorilla of a human being. He's huge. So he's like 6'7", 400 pounds of solid muscle. And the reason that he ended up being that way is because the way that Henry's serum works is it manifests a being that you then have inside your own body that is effectively a manifestation of what you believe that you needed. And so, like, in Henry's mind, he wanted to rid the world of evil, because in his Victorian understanding of mental health, that's what he thought was wrong, was that evil was causing people to be sick. And so, therefore, if he has a way, if he has a serum, if he has a chemical that will rid the world of evil, then he can fix the problem. And what he doesn't realize is he, of course, creates some metaphysical bullshit thing that makes Ed. And so Ed is a tool to rid the world of evil. And so when he's killing things in the strange case of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, he's not killing them out of reckless abandon. And there are moments where he loses control. Like, I think at some point in the book, he like kicks a 6-year-old because they're like, fucking, please, sir. They're like following him around trying to like beg for money. And he's like, back up away from me. And he bumps the kid. He kicks the kid. And everyone's like, oh my God, that man just kicked a child. And it was like a huge deal in the book. And he was like, Jesus Christ, get away from me. And he had to like pay the family off and like all of this other shit. And so Ed is definitely not free of his own shortcomings. But what I want to focus on is him systematically massacring corrupt individuals in Victorian London society in the year 1886, give or take. And how, like, really horrendous the underbelly of the Victorian culture was in England at the time. And so it's kind of the same thing where you have like a character who is horrendous. He's doing things that are physically very sickening, but he's doing it for the correct reasons. And so he becomes more of a Punisher character, or more of like a Lobo character in that way. And I think that's an effective way of handling someone who's supposed to be a main love interest or somebody you're rooting for, while still having him not be like fucking weird, I guess. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, man. My mom's great. I don't know how many times great grandfather in direct line to my grandpa was William Henry Seward. Oh, cool. He's the guy that bought Alaska. That's crazy. It's weird how that works, you know? What the fuck? Okay, hold on. I gotta go into Daz and fuck around and try and, like, get this woman to lean forward somehow and hug this person in this way that's not, like, fucked up. So give me just a second to, like, scream. Because this is where this gets rough. Actually, what is happening over here? Stretch! Everybody stretch! Stretch! I don't think I'm going to finish this page today, but that's okay. 978, 9789, yay. Oh, also, our poll just ended for what my podcast is going to be called, and it's going to be called Print, Publish, Panic. So, so hooray. Okay. All right, hold on. Hold on. Oh, this is awful. Oh, I really need to get this person up. Hold on. Lord help. That's all I gotta say is... Okay. Oh, this is rough. Suffering. Suffering, everyone. I'm okay. Everything's fine. I am unfortunately being borked. I'm being fucking bamboozled. It's okay. This is gonna be a rough panel. Oh, Lord. No. I'm like, help! That's all I gotta say. What is happening right now? Daztown, it's true. Alright, y'all, what am I getting from Taco Bell? What am I doing? Hydrate. I'm still going through my first tea. Is this a self-care combo I spy? Is that what I'm seeing? It is. Let's see. Oh, I'm almost there. God help me. I only had like a fucking little schmidgen of fucking cottage cheese this morning for breakfast too, so I am dying. Alright, so unfortunately I gotta take this off screen and censor it because otherwise I'm gonna get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble. Cursed. Like, I would just really like to just, you know, vibe. Alright, I'm gonna stretch. Let me do a good stretch and a posture check. I was a little shrimpy, to be honest. This old lady's like, oh my god! I've been out here being homeless for fucking so long. Okay, let's figure out what I'm gonna eat for fucking food. Alright. You know what? Maybe it's just time for another Nachos Belgrande. Tee-hee! Tee-hee! Hee-hee-hee-hee-hee. Tee-hee. Okay, give me that Nachos Belgrande. Give me that shit. No tomatoes on anything. Made her nasty. Get out of here. No Mater. Mater gross. Mater ew. For once in my life, I don't... Oh. Nah. Chicken cantina. I don't like it. I don't like the chicken campina. I'm okay. Okay, we're gonna do delivery. Hold on. I gotta do New address. Sorry, y'all. I don't mean to be doing this on stream. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what the fuck is happening. Okay, here's hoping the Taco Bell people can figure this out. I just feel bad. I don't want anybody to have a hard time getting into the apartment, but also I don't want to go out into -1 weather. Okay. Here's hoping, y'all. Here's hoping. Oh, wait. Let me see if I can... Okay. Hold on. Leave in mailroom. Okay, hopefully. I just recognize there's so many people around here that don't speak English, and that's not a problem. Okay. Good luck with your vaccines. I hope that you don't feel too yucky afterward, because sometimes that can happen. Thank you for hanging out. I'm going to be probably done here in about 10 minutes anyway, because I have to go do my real people job, instead of just being a silly Billy and doing a bunch of random shit. Okay. I don't really need hot sauce. Oh my god, using the power of a tip, my total is exactly $21. Y'all, I'm gonna need everybody to explain to me why ordering Taco Bell is now as expensive as getting something like Five Guys. Hey, Fanfictioneer, how's it going? How you do? Alright, I did it. Let's finish this last panel. Doodling, prototyping blurbs. Hell yeah, that sounds like a good day. Sounds like a good day. And we are slowly but surely trying to get this comic page done. I did a lot of, like, fucking around today, so it was not a lot of, like, work, which is, you know, it is what it is. It's okay. I'm alright with that. A-okay. Sometimes it's okay to just take it easy. I've been super stressed out, so just taking a moment is not a bad thing necessarily. And if this means that this hiatus gets pushed a little bit, that's what it means. And that is how it goes. What is your urban romantasy about? That sounds super exciting. It's not something that I typically read, but I respect it. Set in a world with focus on slice of life and two male protagonists. See, now that sounds more my speed, right? The reason I don't tend to read a lot of romantasy in general is because it tends to be really, like, heteronormative. You know what I'm saying? So that sounds delightful. Hybrid Hearts. That sounds so fucking awesome. Very cool. Well, good luck. Sounds like you got a really good idea of where you want to go with it. Yeah, sure. Feel free to share whatever you want with the in regard to your projects always in here. That's definitely something I know I'm always interested in. I'm in the middle of editing hell right now, so thinking about anything but editing is always nice. I just got hit with a cold breeze, and I'm trying to figure out where the fuck it just came from. It was wild. Jonah Emmett, a young anthropoean, finally makes his way into an anthro-friendly university. However, his life takes a drastic turn when his enigmatic human roommate, Calvin Brooks, accidentally lets his guard down. Ooh. Yeah, sounds interesting. I would watch out for using the word enigmatic, because it sounds like it was generated via ChatGPT. I know ChatGPT loves the word enigmatic, so if it was me, I'd cut just that one word, but it does sound very interesting. Also, I love the names Calvin and Jonah. That's so great. Yeah, ChatGPT fucking commandeered the word enigmatic, and it's horrendous. ChatGPT was like, this is my favorite fucking word. And it's like, bro, chill. Let's see, what do I want to do with this face? Valken and Brashkel. Yeah, I like it. It sounds they're like unique. They're unique English names, but they're not like I guess like super predictable. They're not names that you hear often, which is nice. It's still fresh. Oof. Okay, hold on. So, hold on. I love how we were dropped into Teehee mode and then Blue Breeze left. Yeah, and definitely, like, that's what's so hard about romance is that... Oh, hello? Certain names, I think culturally, depending on which country you're from, hold specific, they have specific, connotation to them, where it's like, oh, well, if you meet a guy named, like, Dustin, for example, he's got a specific, I guess, like, theme to him. Oh, actually, you know what? He's got, like, more of a specific vibe to him than somebody named Kyle, for example. And it's like, well, that's, like, cool, can be kind of frustrating. Hold on now. What the fuck is going on? Hold on. Flip. This is where we flip to save a life. Flip to save a life. Technically, it's time for me to go, but I'm going to finish drawing Sean before I do. I like that a lot more, but I also need this to still be bigger. There we go. Better, better, better. Oh, that's cool. Bioshift. That's cool. Yeah, that's neat. It sounds like a very interesting take on shifter fiction, which is not something that I also, like, don't read super often. With romantasy, it's hard to keep it fresh, you know? And, like, not tropey, if that makes sense. I don't really like this either. Hold on. We're going to fix this. Hi, Jess. How's your day going so far? Here's hoping that this fucker doesn't get lost trying to come into my building. I just want my Taco Bell. But that being said, this guy is actually getting quite close. So I'm going to go ahead and actually save this page here, and we'll work on this next time. I took today very slow, which is not a bad thing. It just is. So, alrighty. Well, I'm going to get out of here. We got this one ready for mobile, and then worked on a couple panels. Mostly just bullshitted today, to be honest. But that's okay. Thank you so much to everybody who contributed to my previous goal. Keep an eye out for the all ebook giveaway, the form for that. I'm going to get that set up. We got a lot of giveaways. I'm going to be doing like one right after the other. I'm going to make an event calendar for it so that I don't forget. But we're going to be doing a giveaway for reaching 400 in Twitch in March. Then we're going to be doing a giveaway of ebooks in April. And then that's going to be how that goes. So I don't want to do too many giveaways all the time. And yeah, so if you want to keep up to date on that and get copies of everything, that's going to be in my Discord and also on my social media. So be sure to follow me everywhere. But I'll also be announcing it in streams and stuff too when those things come up. But yeah, I did. I hit 400. It was crazy. Yeah, so we're going to be doing a giveaway of... I got a couple of things going on. We're going to be doing a giveaway of some Heaven's Equal merch, actually. So I'm going to be giving away a copy of Heaven's Equal Volume 1, the physical trade, as well as a couple stickers and things like that. So if that's something that you're interested in, definitely get into my Discord. That's going to be the best way to do that. If you're on YouTube, under all of my YouTube videos, I don't know if it's underneath the live, but on my channel, the link to my Discord is there. Oh, okay, hold on. I gotta send this guy the code really quick. Sorry, hold on. Hold on. Give me just 1 second, you guys. Never mind, he hung up. Okay, cool. But yeah, no, this is for everybody. This is for everybody in the server, so that's going on. And then also to remember that we're doing a raffle on my Blue Sky as well. So if you want to go and do that, that's cool. I would love it if you entered my raffle, so that way I get more followers on Blue Sky and you get free commissions. But I gotta go because I think that this guy is having a hard time getting into the building. So I will see you all tomorrow, and I hope you have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.